Welcome to Volume 2 of the Middlesbrough Football Club video magazine. New manager Lenny Lawrence has come through his first real test in the Borough hot seat. Despite erratic form in the league, the September Manager of the Month has kept his side well placed in the race for promotion. And there's been plenty of drama in cup competitions. Coming up, we've got goals galore, including all 6 in a ZDS Cup thriller against Derby County. All the highlights home and away, plus exclusive interviews to keep you right in touch with life at Ayresome Park.
I mean, you just have to look around the ground. I mean, it's a fantastic ground, really. For me, with me being at Hull all the time, we've got a very good manager, a good set of players. It's not that far from my hometown, Burnley, and my wife's from Hull. So, I mean, to me, it was a perfect move, and I know they've got, great supporters.
We begin at Twerton Park, home of Bristol Rovers, who are bottom of the table and without a manager. Borough, in contrast, begin the month of October 5 points clear at the top. It all looks like going to form when an own goal by Yates gives Borough the lead. The Rovers, just 24 hours after sacking their manager Martin Dobson, were given a lifeline when Stuart Ripley was sent off midway through the second half. 7 minutes later, Rovers cashed in with the equaliser, Rees applying the finish. Then 5 minutes from time, Borough were left empty-handed when Jeff Twentyman fired home the winner. So just 24 hours after sacking manager Martin Dobson, Rovers achieve only their second win of the season, and Borough's lead at the top of the second division is down to just a couple of points.
Well, Paul, I see that the programme credits you with the goal at Bristol Rovers, but I fancy it was an own goal.
Yeah, well, I think it was there, like, sliced it in at the near post, but apparently they've got me down in the programme for a goal, so I'm not that bothered. I'll take it if they give me it.
Well, it's been a very interesting period, this. You started off at Bristol Rovers with a defeat. An own goal scored on behalf of Middlesbrough.
A nightmare day is the only way to describe it. I was concerned about the pitch in the opposition because Middlesbrough is not a record there isn't very good. We took the trouble of going down to the ground in the morning just to sort of familiarise ourselves with what it was. Our approach, our attitude was first class in the first half. We had fortunately got the own goal. And to be quite honest, but once again in the second half we didn't do enough to impose ourselves on the game, but we were still winning. They weren't doing anything at all. And then the sending off of Stuart Ripley for what I think was a storm in a teacup turned the game completely. As I can't recall a sending off affecting a game as much as that did. We couldn't get out of our half, and Pearsie got a knock as well, and we finished up losing the game 2-1 in the last 5 minutes. It's the only time he's been beaten by a shot outside the box all the season, Pearsie, and I can't imagine it happening again, to be quite truthful. But that was a bad day all the way around, and one of them things. In Bristol Rovers, if I remember, had just sacked Martin Dobson, and it was Dennis Rowe's first game in charge, which didn't help either. And once they got the equalising goal after the sending off, they were really fired up, and they battled away well in the last half an hour, but we should never have got to that situation.
In round 2 of the Rumbelows Cup, Borough face another tough test in the southwest, this time against Bournemouth. A 1-1 draw in the first leg means Lenny's men have got it all to do at Dean Court.
Parkinson back to Stephen Pears. Of course, hoping to establish an early lead in the home leg, but not able to do it. This is Bond. Oh, he's put it past the keeper, Bartram, and he just recovers about a foot from the line. Musto blocked by Holmes, and that's going for a corner. So a chance here maybe for Middlesbrough to open the scoring against their third division opponents. Stuart Ripley taking up position on the near post. Not too many blue shirts in the box at the moment. A little bit of movement now. Oh, it comes across and Henry scores! John Henry, his first goal of the season. 23 minutes gone, it's Bournemouth 0, Middlesbrough 1. And the ball flicked across here by the defender, in fact. And Henry, unmarked, turns it in. Free kick then to Bournemouth. Number 11 is Holmes. This is Quinn. And well fielded by Pears. No chance here. Well cut out by Kernaghan. But a corner it is to Bournemouth. Bournemouth really pushing everybody forward, trying to force this equaliser. They're a goal down. Number 9 there, Jimmy Quinn in the middle. Corner to be taken by Cook. Swings it towards the near post. Not good defending there. Oh, what a magnificent save by Pears. The header coming in there from Wood. He leapt well, got the contact and a good save. That one easily read. So back come Bournemouth again, getting a lot of possession in midfield. Swung out to Quinn. And he's played it wide and moved into the centre. Rowlands. Comes the cross. Flicked across, Quinn with a header. Oh, another magnificent save by Pears. Well, he really leapt instinctively there. And the danger not cleared. Quinn again. Good turn. Quinn with a shot. Oh, and it's gone through the legs of Pears. Well, how about that? A magnificent save 1 second and nutmeg the next. So the Northern Ireland international puts Bournemouth level in the 74th minute. Good run this by Wood. Oh, he's got inside his man and just turned back. Crowd really behind the Cherries at the moment. And, Borough having to withstand a great deal of pressure. Chance maybe for the counter-attack here. Ripley trying to get it square, but again it's all very tight and away come Bournemouth. This is Mundy. It was held back, but the referee playing the advantage. Mundy going through. Oh, a beautiful little chip there, and it bobbles just past the right-hand post. Henry. Again, they're not getting these passes through. Beautiful interception there by Phillips. Wilkinson knocking it through for Ripley. Ripley on the charge here, he's got a chance. Oh, good goalkeeping by Bartram. Good win that by Mowbray. Really launched himself at that ball. And Borough beginning to come back into things now. Good turn by Ripley. Ripley's got the pace to get away from Rowlands. Gets in the cross. Oh, and Henry just couldn't get over that one. Free kick then to Borough. Parkinson rolls the short one. Shot coming in there, blocked though from Mustoe. An easy catch in the end for goalkeeper Bartram. Mowbray, so solid at the back. This is Jamie Pollock. Fence opening up in front of him. Oh, that's a beautiful ball inside for Henry, and Henry brought down by Rowlands. Penalty given. Well, Bartram not pleased with that decision, but we'll look at it again, no doubt about it. So a chance here for Borough to take the lead. It's Gary Parkinson in the 117th minute. And it's there, 2-1 to Middlesbrough. And that could well be the winner.
That late penalty winner coming just 3 minutes from the end of extra time and a penalty shootout. The draw for round 3 gives Borough a home tie against Barnsley.
Down at Bournemouth in the Rumblers League Cup, 1-1 it was in the first leg here, and they gave you an uncomfortable evening too.
Yeah, they did. I don't subscribe to the view that they were the better team on the night. I mean, we gave them a football lesson in the first half. They didn't have a kick. I think we came in 1 up. It could have easily been 2 or 3. Now, to be fair, in the second half they pushed more men forward and they gave us a problem, and we defended them badly on a couple of occasions and conceded a goal. I still thought we were valued to be winners at 90 minutes, but nevertheless we weren't. Once the extra time started, we got on top again, and although it needed a penalty for us to win the game, I felt that over the 120 minutes we were the better team and we deserved it. Obviously the press would have made difference to that because they were halfway up the 3rd division and we were top of the 2nd. They made it difficult for us over the 2 legs, but I thought that over the 2 legs we were the better team. Not by a great deal, but I thought we were better, and in the end of the day justice was done.
High-flying Wolves arrive at Ayresome Park with the best away record in the 2nd division. 17-year-old Jamie Pollock makes his debut for Borough.
Ball that from Ashley, and Bull charging through, and Steve Pears just got to it first. Ripley gets the cross in, headed away by Bennett, picked up though by Pollock. Tried the right foot, here's a chance here for Wilkinson. Oh my word, he lost his footing completely. Slaven forced to turn back in, and he got the cross in. No, oh dear, Wilkinson coming in at the far post. Corner then to Middlesbrough. This is Stuart Ripley. Phillips came for the short one, but Ripley electing to hit the long deep ball. Headed back again by Mustoe. Oh, that's a fine effort from Proctor, and well turned over by Stowell. Well, that's certainly warmed the hearts of the home fans. A great save by Mike Stowell. Slaven trying his trickery. This is Ripley screening the ball well. Good turn and a good shot. Oh dear, that wasn't far away. It's a good tackle, but it's all Middlesbrough at the moment. Flicked across, and Slaven just couldn't pull that one down. The cross coming in, Bernie Slaven getting there as always, but just a little too high for him. Wolves trying to come back. Bull hasn't really seen much of the ball in this game. They've kept a very tight rein on him. Oh, long ball over the top for Ripley to chase. Paul Birch scurrying behind him. Great turn by Ripley, good cross to Wilkinson with a header just over the bar. So, Wolves living dangerously. Birch looking to get the cross in. Oh, that's a fine one. Finds Bull. Bull turns. Paskin's going to the left. Bull gets the shot in, and it's turned round for a corner by Pears. Hooked away. Ripley. Wilkinson with the shot. Oh, and tipped over again by Mike Stowell. Ripley really showing his power there, and Wilkinson trying the early shot. Nearly caught the goalkeeper out. Slaven, well stopped. Well, the angle favoured the keeper. Jimmy Phillips then with the corner kick. Middlesbrough trying to force the first goal in this very tight struggle. Shot coming in from Mustoe, a chance there, kicked off the line by Birch.
So an entertaining match ends goalless, a match both sides could have won, But Borough's injury-hit squad finishing up with 2 substitutes playing out of position.
And then a big match here against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah, at the time they were firing Wolves. They had a great away record, and you know, we had a lot of injuries, and young Jamie Pollock made his debut, and to be quite frank, it was a difficult game for us. You know, we had as I say, we had a lot of injuries and suspensions and what have you. And you know, when I looked at the team that we finished with in the last 20 minutes, with a lot of youth and a lot of inexperienced lone players out there, I was quite happy to settle for a goalless draw. They looked a workmanlike, good side, Wolves. Ironically, they haven't, until 2 days ago, they hadn't won a game from that day to this.
With injuries and suspensions continuing to bite deep, Lenny Lawrence brings in Brian Marwood on loan from Sheffield United for the trip to Grimsby. But Borough are beaten by a late goal from Neil Woods.
Again, we played some nice football in the first half at Grimsby, and without really looking too much like scoring. We played some nice football. They didn't get a kick in the first half. In the second half, again, they came on strong, and then the game turned in a couple of minutes. Jimmy Phillips hit the bar with a great right foot shot. If that had gone in, we'd have won easy. And then 2 minutes later, they went up the other end and scored a goal from a corner. We lost 1-0, but I think we were without Hendry, without Ripley, without Faulkner at that time, and we had no pace whatsoever in the team, which I knew was always going to make it difficult to counter-attack. But disappointing, but you know, not totally unexpected. You know, I thought we might get a draw there with the players that we had out at that particular time.
Middlesbrough's ZDS Cup campaign begins in round 2 with a tasty-looking tie against informed Derby County.
G hooked across by Micklewhite. A little bit of holding there by Mowbray. The shot coming in, and Pears just turned it over. Good effort that by Mark Stallard. McMinn. Good cross again from McMinn. Shot coming in, it's there! Micklewhite scores in the 17th minute to give Derby the lead. Came from McMinn's cross. Phillips unable to get the tackle in. Free kick then to Middlesbrough as soon as the physio leaves the field. Trailing by 1-0. Mowbray's header cleared by Patterson. Danger not over, the chance here though, the shot coming in, well blocked by Taylor in goal. This is Phillips. Whistle's gone, late challenge there. And the subs warming up on the far side. Haywood. This is G. Micklewhite with a shot. Oh, and clawed away there by Stephen Pears. Superb acrobatics by this man. Again, Gary Micklewhite keen to have the shot. Played in by Haywood. And Slaven, oh, he's nearly knocked that one in for the third goal to Derby County. Nipped in there, knocked it back to Pears, and Pears was going the other way. And it just goes into the side netting. So, Middlesbrough with an uphill task at the moment, trailing by 2-0. Mark Stallard putting Derby 2-0 up in the 31st minute. Oh, off the bar there from Wilkinson, a fine effort from him. But no luck here for Middlesbrough. Really an opportunist shot that. Beat the keeper. Quick throw by Marwood. Marwood's cross. Headed down, and it's there! Wilkinson gets his reward. 75 minutes gone, and he puts Borough back in the match. A cross coming in from Marwood, and Wilkinson turning it past Taylor. So a corner to Middlesbrough. Marwood going across to the far side, takes it short. And again, and Kernaghan in there to add his weight to the attack. Phillips gets it across again. Oh, and a touch there by Wilkinson. His second goal of the match, and that brings it all square. It's Middlesbrough 2, Derby County 2. Phillips crossing the ball here. And Wilkinson just touched that one in. Fleming held it well. Early ball across. Shot coming in from Phillips and turned away by Taylor. Good effort that by Jimmy Phillips. Nice sweet striker of the ball. Free kick then to Borough. Number 6 is Mustoe. Phillips with a shot. Oh, what a goal from Jimmy Phillips. Superb strike from the fullback. 104 minutes gone and Borough take the lead for the first time in this cup tie. It's 3-2. McMinn ships it across, headed away there by Kernaghan. Shot coming in, well turned away. The shot from Patterson. The save by Pears. Marwood. Nice ball, finds Bernie Slaven. Slaven with the chance to get in on goal here. Oh, the ball's stuck there, but he's still in possession. Rolls it in. Oh, a cool bit of finishing there by Bernie Slaven. And that surely wrapped it up for Borough. It's 4-2. Sent 2 defenders crashing the wrong way there and really took his time, picked his spot, and Taylor had no chance. Arnold. Marwood making the run. Plenty of room to get the cross in. Turns it back to Slaven. It was Arnold who got the shot in. And a corner to Middlesbrough. So Derby, who were 2 up in 31 minutes, are now chasing shadows. This is Ted McMinn. Back to Hayward. Oh, and he's ghosted in on the blind side. The clip there off the bar from Micklewhite.
To win 4-2 after trailing 2-0 speaks for itself. Not everyone may like playing in the ZDS, but Middlesbrough do, and the 6,000 fans who turned up certainly got value for money.
Well, Jimmy, if we can move to the Zenith Data Systems Cup tie against Derby County, quite a night that was. And you blasted that free kick in the 104th minute, I believe it was, to give Borough the lead for the first time.
Yeah, a free kick just outside the edge of the box, I think. And the keeper had his ball lined up very well. And as I hit the ball, it seemed to swerve unintentionally towards the corner. And it did go in the corner, so it was good to take the lead, yeah.
What, you intended it?
Well, I just aimed to hit the target with a bit of power, and hopefully he may have parried it or it might have gone in. But it moved all the time away from the keeper and ended up going right in the corner.
That was an exciting night, wasn't it? Because Derby took a 2-goal lead.
Yes, we were very poor starting, and Derby took a 2-goal lead, deservedly so. And we did manage to get back in the last quarter of an hour, 2 goals, and then take it into extra time. And I think we were reduced to 10 men. And to score 2 more goals was great, and we're glad to go through to the next round.
Well, 4 games without a goal, then you struck twice against Derby County in the ZDS Cup to force extra time.
Yeah, but that was probably the most Jekyll and Hyde game you'll ever see. I mean, the first half they went 2-0 up and absolutely swamped us, but to our credit we came back. It's probably the worst we've played in the first half all year. But as I say, we came back in the second half and proved our worth and scored the 2 goals, forced the game into extra time and came out winners in the end.
Tell us about the goals.
I think the first one was a cross from the right and I managed to get up between the 2 or 3 defenders and head it in. And then the second one, I'm not sure whether it came from a corner or a cross, but it shot across the goal. It was flicked onto the near post and I managed just to get in at the far post. And it more or less hit me more than anything. I was only 2 or 3 yards out and it went in. So it was a good comeback really, because we'd been down and out of it at half time, but we forced our way back into it.
The hope is that Borough's cup form can rub off in the league, where they've gone 3 weeks and 3 games without a win.
Parkinson. Parkinson with the free kick. Cut out by Glover. Jeffers can't keep it in play though. Brian Marwood looks to take the throw quickly to Parkinson. Looking for Wilkinson. Grew gets it at the second attempt. Beckford now. Still in play. Beckford eluding Mustow's early tackle. Kernigan. Kernigan with Mills closing on him. Yalink feeds Mills. Beckford now. Foyle in front of him. Tries to get round Phillips. Mills on a run. Mills' first time ball. Pears just managing to get a hand to that. It'll be Jeffers with the throw, with the corner. Jeffers leaves it for Beckford. Faced by Phillips and Brian Marwood. Foyle on a run to the near post. Away by Kernigan. Parkinson only slaving up. Can't keep it in play there. Hughes with a throw for Port Vale. Cut out by Mustoe. Slaven turns his man well. A chance now for Borough. Brian Marwood. Wilkinson in support. First time ball for Wilkinson. Overhit though. Hendry. Hendry to the far post. Aspinall now. Mills to the other Mills. Falls for Phillips. John Hendry. Jeffers for Port Vale. Mills caught offside there. Phillips to Hendry. Bernie Slaven. Not cleared. Calls for Mustoe. Parkinson with a chance for a first time shot. Cannons off Glover. Phillips off Aspinall. It'll go out for a corner. Mowbray with a header. Alan Kernigan putting Borough one up. 25 minutes gone. The corner coming from Brian Marwood. The ball flicked back to Kernigan. Make it Middlesbrough 1, Port Vale 0. So 75 minutes of the game gone. Free kick for Middlesbrough, to be taken by Brian Marwood. Signalling players forward. Aspinall now underneath it. Jeffers. Back to Mills. Well cut out and read by Phillips to Hendry. Kernigan. Phillips. Too long there for either Slaven or Wilkinson. Grew looking for the head of Foyle, cut out by Kernigan. Phillips. Porter taking the free kick while the ball was still moving, so ordered by referee Watson to do it again. Port Vale have Glover forward. Free kick will be taken by Jeffers, with Mills going out to his right. Referee Watson saying get a move on and stop pinching ground. Jeffers long for Glover. Glover with a flick header, well taken by Pears. Porter just drifting in there. Phillips with the header. Mills, Beckford, back to Mills again. Foyle for the first time in space. He's got away from Alan Kernaghan. Cross looking for Brian Mills. Very, very good punch clear by Pears. Beckford with the corner. Jeffers in space, not being picked up, and it's Wilkinson who puts it out for the corner. Beckford finds Mills. Mills comes round Hendry, looking for Foyle. Great save by Pears.
Borough's first league win in 4 matches keeps them 1 point ahead of newly promoted Cambridge at the top, but the team in second place still have 2 games in hand.
Well, Alan, a valuable match winner against Port Vale.
Yeah, the first of the season, first for a long while actually, I think about 18 months, since I scored against Sheffield Wednesday in the Zenith Cup. So it was a long time and glad to score, yeah.
Can you take us through the goal?
Yeah, it was a corner from the left, and I think it's probably about one of our first goals from set pieces this year. Came over and Tony Mowbray managed to get a good header, and unfortunately I found myself in the right place and just got a contact on it really, and I think it went through the goalkeeper's arms and went in, so I was very pleased to say the least.
In round 3 of the Rumbelows Cup, a place in the last 16 is at stake against Barnsley, a side struggling at the wrong end of the second division.
John Hendry races clear here. Hendry with a shot. Oh, just over the bar. Well, his 1 goal this season came in this competition in the previous round at Bournemouth. Throw then to Barnsley. Into the 6-yard area off the head of Wilkinson. Confusion there, Curry, and the shot coming in. Well taken by Pears. A shot from Archdeacon. Powerful athlete. Free kick then to be taken by Parkinson. Knocks it down, a chance here for Slaven. Oh, and just over the bar. Free kick. He swung across and off the head of Wilkinson. Acknowledging the cross. Throw then to Borough. And before there is Fleming. Inside to Mustoe. Nicely held up there by Slaven. And hooked away by Archdeacon. Picked up though by Pollock. This is Phillips. Stopped there by Robinson, but Phillips still in possession. Makes space for himself. Chance to get the cross in. Good 1-2. Off the head of Wilkinson. It's there! Paul Wilkinson, his 12th goal of the season. And that puts Middlesbrough into the lead against Barnsley. With just 2 minutes left to the interval. Long ball coming in here. And beautifully edged over the keeper. Phillips. Good work by Hendry, trying to get it on that right foot for the shot. Gets the shot in, just driven a little wide there. Off the head of Mowbray. Marwood losing out there. This is a good run by Curry. Not a bad cross either, and a chance here for Barnsley. Well blocked by Kernaghan. Just managed to get his body in the way. So still a very tentative lead, this. Kernaghan now. Oh, what a fine ball that is. Slaven with a shot, wide of the target. He obviously felt he should have done better with that one. Ball coming from Kernaghan. Beautiful ball, beautifully controlled first time. Slaven working it across the goal, but steering the shot well wide of the target. Free kick then to Middlesbrough, just inside their own half. Eva Phillips on this side, took it well, chance here for Phillips to get the shot in, hits it with the outside of the foot. So plenty of opportunities. Again, the long crossfield ball catching Barnsley out.
So Borough, still unbeaten in cup competitions, go through to the last 16. Barnsley, the 8th visiting team of the season, unable to get on the score sheet at Ayresome Park.
Well, the cup seems to be your stage in this period, because it was your strike that beat Barnsley in the Rumblers League Cup.
Yeah, well, that was another hard game for us. I mean, they came here, played with 5 at the back, set the stall out, and obviously came to defend and try and score one on the break. But we battled with them all night, and we got the goal, which was good. It came, I think it was just before half time, so it came at the right time for us, and we held on in the second half.
Well, Middlesbrough still in the Rumblers League Cup, a 1-0 victory over Barnsley.
That was hard work. That was a very good performance from the back four that night. I mean, again, hard working, quite a solid professional performance, but we didn't look too likely to score, but we managed to get the 1 goal, and that was enough to do it. They didn't really look like scoring. That was a solid performance from our back four that night, just about deserved on the night.
It was the first time the two sides had ever met, and Borough started in friendly fashion, offering the first chance to full-back Dean Austin. His shot clipped the outside of the post. Just 3 minutes later, Southend returned the favour. John Hendry worked the opening down the right, but the normally reliable Bernie Slaven could only side-foot his shot into the arms of keeper Paul Sansom. United, with their impressive away record, went in front though when Brett Angel delightfully headed past the sleeping Borough defenders from the corner. Back at the other end, big Tony Mowbray got up well to the free kick, and Bernie was in with another chance. This time though, he couldn't get in a shot, and even Paul Wilkinson failed to get the touch. He did regain control though, and he set up John Hendry. This time the winger was felled by Angel, and referee John Kirby gave the penalty. Fullback Gary Parkinson had never missed from the spot in a league game, but he did this time. His shot straight at the keeper. The Borough bounced back though. Still, Bernie was out of luck. Young Jamie Pollock worked well on the right, but his cross only rebounded off the international. But they eventually managed to get the equaliser. Stuart Ripley must have been watching the John Hendry How to Score a Solo special video at half-time. Ripper's back from injury and suspension, and back on target. Borough almost lost out though when Jimmy Phillips was robbed by Andy Answer on the edge of the box. Stephen Pears to the rescue. Ripley made one more contribution before being substituted. Wilkinson knocks his cross down to Slaven. The turn was terrific, the finish a bit on the weak side. At the end, it was left to Pears to make sure of the single point. It seemed certain that Southend number 9 Steve Tilson would score his first shot of the match, but somehow the keeper turned it over. A draw, but Borough need to make more of those chances.
Southend only the second side of the season to take a point away from Ayresome Park. But Borough know they should have made it 4 wins in a row.
Well, Stuart, a superb welcome back goal for you against Southend United.
Yes, I was very tired at the time when I scored. I think I picked the ball up quite deep and had a run at the defence, and it just sort of opened up for me, and just had a crack, and it went in. You know, very pleased to get on the score sheet.
When you've been out, do you find it difficult to find the pitch of the game again, or do you come straight back and as if you hadn't been away?
Well, I think when you do come back from an injury, you've got to keep it simple, not try too much straight away, and just like you say, get into the run of the game. But you know, I've made a lot of appearances now, nigh on 300 appearances, and I know what it's all about now, so I'm going to take it as it comes, you know.
Well, at the moment it's all about chasing for the title, isn't it?
Without a doubt, yeah, we're right up there at the moment. We've had a sticky patch the last month, but we're still picking the odd point up here and there, and we've kept ourselves in contention. And now we've started to play well again, and hopefully we can get a really good run in around the Christmas area and be there at the death.
The trip to Oakwell comes just 7 days after Borough's Rumbelows Cup win against Barnsley. Not the ideal place to spend Guy Fawkes night. The damage is done before half-time. Rammell puts the home side ahead, and 2 minutes later it's 2-0 to Barnsley. Taggart the goal scorer. After the break, Bernie Slaven gives Borough's fight back momentum, but his goal is the only reply, and a 2-1 defeat makes it just 5 points collected from 6 matches. It's also goodbye to skipper Tony Mowbray. He's off to Glasgow Celtic for £1 million.
Well, Lenny, it's been quite an eventful period. And without a shadow of doubt, the big talking point on Teesside, of course, is the departure of Tony Mowbray.
Well, as I said at the time of his departure, you don't often get a transfer where it's absolutely right for all parties. £1 million for Tony at 28 years of age, great servant that he was a brilliant offer for us, and one which would never have been repeated again, in my opinion. Tony had indicated privately and publicly towards the end that he was finding it difficult to motivate himself for certain games, having been here 10 years, which is understandable and honest of him to do that. And Celtic badly needed a centre-half of his type. So, you know, it was too good for all the parties concerned to turn down, really. And as I said, he's been a magnificent servant to the club, a great professional. But, you know, perhaps it was time to move on. And in an ideal world, perhaps he would have gone next summer. Having taken us hopefully to the Premier League, but you know, things don't work like that in football. Celtic wouldn't have been there next summer, maybe £1 million wouldn't have been there next summer, and maybe the offer that he got from Celtic wouldn't have been there next summer either. So, you know, you have to make a decision, and I think that it's in everybody's best interest what's happened.
Then it's Barnsley again, away this time in the league.
Worst 45 minutes, the first 45 minutes was the worst of the entire season, sloppy, casual, and I had to really wind into a few of them at half-time. Second half was much improved, and to be fair, we should have drawn it really. We had a couple kicked off the line. Barnsley were flat out, but that's not the point. We didn't start playing until we were 2-0 down, and that's unforgivable. That is the only time really that they've let themselves down professionally. And there were some changes after that, and you know, it had the desired effect. We haven't lost in the league since then, and hopefully that will continue for a bit longer.
Lenny Lawrence reacts by dropping 3 players for the trip to the Goldstone ground. Out goes Gary Parkinson, with Slaven and Proctor both relegated to the subs bench. Nevertheless, it's Brighton who make the running with an opening goal 10 minutes before half-time. A terrific strike from the Seagulls' new signing, Mark Gall. Middlesbrough mounted a persistent fight back after the break, and they finally got their reward 18 minutes from time. But it took a hotly disputed penalty, referee Paul Durkin spotting a handball incident. The home side didn't agree, but Bernie Slaven, just seconds after coming on as substitute, settled the argument with his first kick of the game. A point saved, but Borough are now 2 points behind leaders Cambridge. They won at Ipswich.
Well, Nicky, it's been a long time out. You must be delighted to be back in the side.
Yeah, certainly is. I was out nearly 2 years before I played my first game, started in reserve, so now I'm back in the first team. It's brilliant, just nice to be there again.
What have been all the problems?
It started with cruciate damage in my knee, which I was told could get better with building strength around the knee. I thought I'd got back to a stage where I could start playing. I tried, and it broke down again, where I tore my cartilage and damaged my cruciate. And now luckily I've worked hard enough and it's fine.
Was there ever a moment when you thought your career was finished?
No, because the operations I've had have only been minor operations. There's never really been a big operation where it was touch and go whether I'd play again. So that was never on my mind at this stage.
Did you feel that your comeback match, you did okay?
Yeah, I was pretty pleased. Like I've said, it's been a long time out, so obviously it was going to be difficult. But I felt I got through it well. We played well and hopefully everything's going okay.
Well, on to Brighton, and Bernie Slaven comes on as a substitute and scores the point saver, doesn't he, with his first kick of the match?
We dominated the game. They had only had a couple of strikes on their goal, one of which was a good strike. Well, we played well, but we lacked incisiveness and quality around their penalty area. The crossing wasn't as good as it should have been. The finishing wasn't as good as it should have been. But it would have been an injustice if we hadn't got something out of the game. Although it was a fairly bizarre incident that got us the equaliser. And as you say, Bernie had just come on and he's got an equaliser with his first touch. That's typical. But it was no more than we deserved. Although, as I say, it came in a strange way.
How do you see Bernie fitting into things? Because he seems to be on the bench quite often.
Not really. He was on the bench that game, he was on the bench at Bournemouth, and that's been the only times, except when he was, except at the start of the season when he just come back from injury. At the moment I'm trying to build a squad, and there will be changes, and until we start playing better and more consistently away from home, then the team might have to change, even if we've won home games, because we haven't done enough away from home to warrant leaving the team the same. And Bernie fits into that the same as everybody else, but to be fair, at the moment he's playing well.
It all means there's plenty at stake when Borough entertain fourth place Charlton. Not to mention the question of pride at stake for manager Lenny Lawrence in his first match in charge against his former club.
Wilkinson getting that one through, but all the way back to Bob Boulder, former Sunderland goalkeeper, of course. A lot of long balls down through the middle at the moment. This is Ripley into the defender. Ripley going round the outside, gets the cross in again and headed away there by Darren Pitcher. Got there before Wilkinson. John Henry then with the corner. Ripley. Good turn, good cross, and the header came in. The keeper lost it and scrambled away again for another corner. Free kick then to Charlton Athletic. Slaven. Holding it well. Good fine ball, finds Ripley. His first touch let him down there though. But it's a throw to Borough. Curtis Fleming. Inside. Ripley seeing a lot of the ball. Gets in another good cross and forces another corner. And once again John Hendry going across to take it. Ripley causing this Charlton defence a lot of problems. Number 11 there, Colin Walsh, the former Nottingham Forest player. And it's Ripley, in fact, who hits the ball across. The shot coming in from Wilkinson, scrambled away there by Bob Boulder. Offside. Corner then to Borough. And nicely headed away by Webster. This is Phillips. He's got Mustoe inside, but plays it down the wing. Hit with the outside of the right foot. Oh, and a beautiful goal by Nicky Mohan. What a way to celebrate his comeback. He flashed across there, got goal side of the defender. And it's 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Boulder. Off the head of Leeburn. Leeburn gets it back again. This is Minto. Leeburn getting stuck in there, but away come Middlesbrough through John Hendry. A good run to the right by Wilkinson. He made 30 yards there, clips it back. Oh, Musto lost his balance. The shot came in. It's there. Bernie Slaven follows up to make it 2-0 to Middlesbrough. The first shot from Hendry was blocked, and Slaven was there to wrap it up. Free kick then. Number 4 is Andy Peake, formerly with Grimsby Town. Came off Wilkinson, the shot came in there from Leeburn. Palmer holds his head. So Charlton putting up a spirited fight here, but Middlesbrough still very much in command. This is John Hendry, taking his time, waiting for support. Wilkinson going to the right. Oh, he let fly there.
In the end, a comprehensive win for Middlesbrough, a satisfying triumph for manager Lenny Lawrence, and that closes the gap on leaders Cambridge to goal difference.
We've had a disappointing run up to now, but Charlton are one of the better teams in the second division. Difficult team, but a great 3 points.
The results seem to be going right. I mean, even today, Cambridge have drawn, Swindon have been beaten, you've beaten Charlton, so you're still up there.
Yeah, that's right. I believe we're second, and we can't keep relying on other teams. We have to do the business ourselves, and today we did that.
That's 2 goals in 2 games for you.
3 and 3. Yeah, delighted to score, but today it was a good team performance, and the result was right.
What about that goal today? You were in the right place, right time. Typical Bernie Slaven goal.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's any striker's goal as a tap-in, and I was delighted because before that I had a volley and the keeper made a good save, and then I scored it, and it sort of gave us a 2-goal cushion that we needed.
Well, then a game that must have been dear to your heart against Charlton Athletic.
Yeah, that was a difficult game and a difficult week for me. That obviously there's so many people ringing up, and it was a lot of interest, and it was after being there all that time, it was difficult. And one I was glad to get out of the way, to be quite frank. It was a difficult game. I mean, we struggled to attack them effectively in the first half. We couldn't turn their back 4 around, but once we scored, there was only going to be one winner, and I thought quite frankly that it might have been 3 or 4. But it started a hard game and finished a relatively easy game, but it was certainly one I was glad to get out of the way.
Middlesbrough's record £750,000 signing Andy Payton makes his debut in the home match against Bristol City, and it takes Borough new boy just 3 minutes to make his mark.
A long ball through there for Payton. Payton going through, he's gone round the keeper, he scores! Oh, what a debut, just 3 minutes. And Payton strikes to put Borough 1 up against Bristol City. Well, superb finishing. Bristol City coming back here. Chance to get there to cross. Oh, they've got men over. A shot coming in, turned away by Pears. The shot from Andy May. This is Ripley. Another good cross from Ripley. In comes Wilkinson. He got the header. Handball, surely. Well, Bernie Slaven put it in, and it counts. Ripley's cross coming over. Wilkinson's headers. Handball here on the line by the defender, but turned in by Bernie Slaven. Long ball down the line from May. This is Connor. Oh, good crossover, and oh, what a magnificent save by Pears. The danger not cleared yet. The corner given. Terry Connor. Connor again. Phillips sticking to him. Cut out by May. And the ball falls to Connor again. Bristol City having a good little spell here. This is May with a cross. Oh, and another great save on the line. No, it's over. Taylor scores to make it 2-1 to Borough. Osman. Nice ball, well cut out though by Phillips. This is Ripley again. He'll try the shot, I think. Oh, off the bar! What a let off there for Bristol. Superb shot from Ripley. Well cut out by Fleming. Knocks that one through. Chance here for Mustoe. Mustoe shoots again. The bar comes to Bristol's aid. Wilkinson gets it back again. Slaven on the turn. And hooked away again. Ripley's a corner then. Cross. Oh, it's off the post. It's in. Bernie Slaven, his 5th goal in 4 games. And that makes it 3-1 to Borough. The long cross here, headed back into the danger zone. Slaven turns it onto the post, then into the net. Oh, a bad clearance that. Ripley using his strength to good effect there. He's got space to get the cross in, does so. Oh! And Slaven heads that one wide. Knocked away there by Kernigan. Not too well though, and Bristol City still coming forward. Good save again by Pears. Moen now.
In the end, Middlesbrough good value for their win. A storming second half could have seen them double their final tally. Bernie Slaven, though, well satisfied with his contribution, his 2nd double of the season, giving him 5 goals in 4 games.
Well, Andy, an unbelievable debut. It took you just 4 minutes to score your first goal for Borough.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, dream come true sort of thing. But I mean, it turned a bit sour after that with with me getting injured, and I'm not going to be fit for Saturday's game. So, I've got mixed feelings really.
Can you tell us about the goal?
Yeah, getting me going now. Curtis played a great through ball, and I just ran onto it really, and nobody really came with me. Nobody saw the run, so I had a clear run on goal really. Keeper came out, took it round him and knocked it in. Superb,
Well, going back to that debut match, of course, it lasted 45 minutes, didn't it? And you were carried off with an ankle problem, I think.
Yeah, it's been like more of a shin and an ankle injury. As the guy legged me up over the far side, I mean, all my weight landed on my right foot, and I thought at the time I'd cracked my shin because I couldn't put any weight on it whatsoever, but fortunately it wasn't as bad as that.
And then finally, Bristol City here, a good performance.
Yeah, I mean, first half they gave us a few problems, Bristol. They counter-attacked very well. We couldn't get any pressure on the ball. We were all over the place at the back, and Stephen Pears had to make 2 or 3 good saves. Second half was a totally different story, and at the end of the day we could have won 5-1. There were 2 very good second half performances, both against Charlton and against Bristol City, which is heartening really, as good as we've played at home for a long time. So that was heartening, and hopefully we can move on from there.
Well, after that game you were tipping Stephen for international honours.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm not suggesting he's the best keeper in England. What I'm saying is that his record over the years and his consistency and his performances at the moment warrant, for example, an England B cap if there's an England B game in the new year sometime. I don't know if there is or if there isn't, but if there is, I think that he's deserving of that honour.
While it's been an uncertain period for the team, I think it's been a time of great change for the club. The reason being that Middlesbrough finally ended their 10-year association with Tony Mowbray, who's moved on to Celtic for £1 million. And Lenny Lawrence has gone out and spent the money and brought in Andy Payton. And at the moment we've just seen the arrival of Andy Peake, the former Charlton captain, into the club as well. And I think the end of the Mowbray era and the start of the new era, which includes Alan Kernigan as captain, and I'm sure he'll do a great job. This new era potentially is a new birth for the team. It's a chance to get themselves reorganised, a slightly different style of football, more adventurous in many respects in getting the ball forward quickly, and new faces in the team. No more Mogger, Kearney as captain, Andy Payton possibly knocking in the goals, Bernie around him, Paul Wilkinson. I think we can look forward now to a much happier time in the immediate future.
At long last, Borough have shown glimpses of the form that made them early season pace setters. Their 5-point lead at the top has disappeared, but after losing top spot to Swindon and then Cambridge, Lenny Lawrence's men have stopped the rot with a run of 5 points from 3 matches. There's still a long way to go, of course, but Lenny's men look well equipped to stay in the race to join the Super League. And you can continue to watch the season unfold on video. Watch out for Volume 3.